முடிச்சிட்டீங்களா கிளாஸ் இருக்கு கொஞ்ச நேரம் கழிச்சு பண்ண முடியுங்களா நான் முடிச்சிடுறேன் நான் கொஞ்ச நேரம் கழிச்சு நான் கிளாஸ் முடிச்சிடுறேன் இப்போ வேண்டாம் எனக்கு நான் கிளாஸ் முடிச்சிடுறேன் Good morning, student. Sorry about this. Okay, so last class we were discussing about non-verbal communication, right? So today I just want to throw some lights on it. So what exactly this non-verbal communication is all about, and what is the useful for each and every element in non-verbal communication. So let me share my PPT. So, non-verbal communication is all about transferring of information through your body language. Uh, so, when I say like through our body language, which means it is not necessary that we need to communicate using some words. Maybe it may be in the form of a written or it may be in the form of a oral. Okay, so we can transfer information using some body gestures, some actions, kind of things. So this is how we are communicating using this non-verbal communication. I just need everyone to put mute because I can hear some disturbances. Right. So in non-verbal communication, it is basically a kind of uh, physical movement, task, colors. So these are certain non-verbal cues, which means each and every element, it has some meaning of it. So as I said, physical movement. So if someone is doing some physical movement, which means they just want to communicate with some meaning on it. Like they just want us to interpret it. I said like I want everyone to mute yourself. Okay, please don't unmute it, otherwise it will create a disturbances. Right. So as I was saying, can you see my screen?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So as I was said, like each and every element in non-verbal communication, it gives some meaning of it. So for example, a color. Okay, so color, if it shows a white color, which means it gives a peace. Red color, a danger, kind of things, but it differs from one place to another place. Not necessary that the same colors will give some interpretation in one place. It may gives different interpretation in different places. Okay, some symbols, some charts, some signals. Okay, so what is the main purpose of non-verbal communication is not only to transfer information but also to express your feeling but also your attitudes. Okay, so there are many humans, they can transfer their information or express their view by using some words. But more than that, like if you can say that the most powerful communication is non-verbal communication because it is fully connected with your whole body. That is what kind of hormones it stimulates because of each and every expression feelings. Okay, so it's totally depends upon your body. So from your body, each and every movement, it gives some interpretation or it gives some meaning for that. So that is why we call it as a cues. Okay, so each and every movement, each and everything is related with some feelings. Okay, so that is what we call it as a non-verbal communication. So there are various types of non-verbal communication. So the first one is eye contact. So what is meant by this term called eye contact? It is a connection between the eyes of two people. So how this eye contact works, we are going to see in detail about it. So when you see on some other person's eyes, okay, so initially what is the exact process is you are connecting an eye contact on the other people's eye. That is, you're looking on that, you are making some connections. Okay, once it get connected, okay, so the flow of communication take place. So once the flow of communication take place, it will increase a confident. It will increase the credibility. Okay, it increase the authority, and also it increase the engagement. So as I said, once you have a direct contact, eye contact with the other people's eyes, so what they just want to see is you are going to communicate. Okay, that is, you are just transferring the information by connecting with the eyes. Okay, because the connection of two eyes have more power, because whenever, see, for example, when you see on other people's eye, it will be easy for them to visualize it easily. Okay, so that is the reason whenever they say, like, whenever you want to talk to any people, try to have an eye contact, because when you have an eye contact, you are trying to increase more communication. Because of that, that is, you're transferring more communication or transferring more content or information, and then because of that you are engaging the people. So whenever you try to talk in front of the audience, and when you try to know, have a eye contact with each and every people, they just need to have a connections with you. So that they just want to transfer more communication from your end. With this, the confident level will be more. Okay, so that is the reason this non-verbal communication, this eye contact element is very powerful. Then facial expression. So I have highlighted this word, the sentence, which is the face is the index of the mind. See, what does that mean is whenever uh, the mind, okay, is because we know that mind is connected with lots of thought process. So this mind, whatever the reaction it shows, it will reflect totally on their faces. Why? Because, see, as I said, mind has different thought process. So in this thought process, it shows various thoughts based upon different situations. See, when a person is facing uh, different situations or different scenario, during that time, in case if the situation is very happy or joy, okay, so during that time this thought will totally give a reflection on the face. Okay, like when you are happy or joy, you will start smiling it. Okay, you'll feel happy, you'll feel active, some positive attitude will stimulate, and you will really feel like a kind of positive energy is generating in your body. Okay, so where it will show is through your facial expression. So if you're happy, you will start smiling. You really don't know why you are happy, but it's totally depends upon your thoughts and your mind. Okay, for example, if you are very fear, then the oxygen supplies on your whole body start increasing it. Because of this reason, your heartbeat start pumping high and high. So that will reflect totally on your face, that suddenly the sweating will take place and you really don't know what to do with. You will show your you know fear, by shrinking your forehead. So that shows a different kind of expression. So this is also a kind of non-verbal communication. So first one is your eye contact, second one is your face expression. See, as I have mentioned here, facial expression are indicated through your mouth, that is open, wide or closed, or eyelids raised or lowered, nose wrinkled or raised, cheeks, everything. Okay, see, when you're sad, again, your eyes, mouth, and your forehead, everything will be go in a downwards. When you're surprised, your eyelids, your forehead, everything will just rise upwards. So everything, each and every the body movement, or that is the part of your face, okay, when it changes, it totally reflect based upon the mind and thoughts which is in your head. Okay, so that is connected with your non-verbal communications. Mention some of them like happiness, friendliness, warmth, liking, affiliation, everything. See, when I say smiling is a powerful cue, that is the meaning that transmits happiness. When you smile, it shows that you are happy. Okay, when you smile, it shows that you are friendly to that person. If you really want to make a friend uh, to a concerned person, which means their thoughts and your thoughts are same. Okay, your attitude and the concerned person attitudes are same. In that case, this friendliness will get generated. So how it will reflect? By means of smiling. So you will smile. When you smile, which means you are giving approval to yourself that he or she is eligible to become your friend. So you will do an initiation using smiling process. Then liking. When you like, you will smile. When you are affiliated, then you will smile. Okay, so these are the various interpretation of smiling. Okay, then gesture. Okay, so sometimes, see, whenever you are watching any movie or watching any story, there are two ways, like 2D and 3D. Some people would like to show some pictures in order to communicate some message using 2D pictures. Some people would love to show in a 3D, but some people would love to explain the story in an animated way. Okay, so talking or narrating a story without any animation, it will make the whole process very bored. Okay, see, as I said, non-verbal communication is a very powerful tool. So why? Because even though you can use orally or you can use some words, but unless and otherwise, if it doesn't have any proper ingredient of the that is proper ingredient of non-verbal communication elements, then we can consider as a waste. Okay, you are happy but you are not expressing it with your gesture. Okay, but you yourself are thinking that let me be happy by myself, then it's a kind of like does not have any logic behind it. So gesture plays a very important role in that. See, for example, if someone is explaining you some concept, okay, and if you're not nodding your head, just imagine that I am taking an offline classes. Okay, you're just dreaming about something rather than concentrating on my subject or concentrating on my content, then during that time it will really give some frustration. So gesture will give some lights on that. Okay, it's just like someone is giving you a glass of milk. Okay, so milk is like a communication, that is non-verbal communication, but in order to make it a flavor, or in order to make it more effectively, if I put some sugar on it, then it will give some good flavor or good taste. Same way, you can have lots of communication, verbal communication or non-verbal communication, but unless and otherwise, if you're not giving a proper gestures, then it doesn't look good. Okay, so the example which I have given is, see, if you can say hello or and goodbye. Okay, but there is a proper way of saying hello. You're raising your hand, you're waving your hand, and you're saying hello, which means you are um, there is uh, you are that is you're wishing them. Okay, or you are inviting them, or like, you're just saying hello. Okay, but when you say goodbye, there is a proper way of saying goodbye to them. The same way, waving of hands, you can use it, but in different style. Okay, so hi, hello, and again goodbye. They may have a same waving of hand, but like when you need to say hello and hi, hello and goodbye, at what situations. Okay, and then one more example I have mentioned is like forefinger and thumb touching to form a circle. When you say okay, okay, some people will show their thumbs up and say like okay, okay, and in some country they will just, as I said, their forefinger and thumb, when they touch each other, when it forms a circle, and when they say okay, this is also a kind of showing their non-verbal part. Okay, so one more example which I have mentioned here is in Europe, raising thumb is like when you say okay, it's done. So when you say it's done, you're raising their thumb. Okay, but in Bangladesh, if you show raising a thumb, which means a kind of idiotic sign, that is, what you have done is a kind of idiotic things. Okay, so that comes under gesture part. Then posture and body orientation. See, maybe it doesn't look insignificant, okay, but sometimes in a corporate world, they will always notice a kind of different postures and your different body orientations. Okay, see, even when you walk, when you talk, when you stand, and when you sit, each and everything gives some communication or give some sign to the other people who is watching to you. Okay, see, for example, crossing leg, maybe some people think it's like it's a good sign, or it's a kind of stylish sign, but in corporate, crossing your legs is not what you're thinking. Okay, crossing legs is kind of showing their attitudes. Okay, and sometimes like that is uh, waving their legs, that also shows that it is not a good sign. This is not a professional sign. So for professional, they know how to sit. Okay, see, can you see the first girl how she is sitting? Okay, and what about the other girl? So this is not how they have to sit. They have to sit erect, and they have to look on the other people's eye. It shows that how confident you are. Otherwise, if you sit in this way, it shows that you are very tired in this whole day, or like you're not showing much interest on the work. So each and every body posture gives some interpretation to the corporate world. Okay, then body language. Okay, so even this body language plays a very important role in this non-verbal communication, because it has been classified into two types. Okay, see, body language or body movement, uh, it gives some meaning in unconscious movement and also in a conscious movement. Okay, so unconscious movement is nothing but like without your knowledge. okay, or you're not aware about it, okay, but you have done that. For example, if you don't understand some concept, what you will do, you will just scratch your head, scratch your hair, okay, or sometimes if you are a bit nervous, I mean, without your knowledge, you will bite your nails or you will mash your hair. So these are comes under unconsciously. Okay, so it talks more when your body language shows. But on the other hand, when you that is when you try to express your interest, it is like how like you really want to show the interest, so you will act accordingly, okay, based upon your body language. So how you will do it, you will sit beside a person and you will have a eye contact. It shows that you are showing more interest on that particular topic. And when you slide your body towards that particular person and when you talk, that shows that how much interest you are showing to that conversation. Okay, so that comes under body language part. Then we have space and different distance. See, each and every organization, uh, this organization will allot certain people for certain position. Okay, but the same time, these people will keep or they will allot a particular room for a particular position. For example, those people who are like executive in level, so they will be provided with a cabin, but in that cabin, uh, they should, I mean, they are allowed to sit at least four in a cabin. Okay, it's like one room, that is a big cabin will be there, and in that big cabin they will allot four people to sit on that particular cabin, which means they are in an executive level. Why? Because see, in case if they have any doubts or if they wants to discuss about it, so during that time they can have a team building. How they can build a team building? It's like by talking with each other if they have that particular location of that particular room. Okay, so what kind of space and distance they will make based upon like the organization is arranging from their end to build a rapport between them. So that is the reason, like for executive level, they will arrange a room in such a way that these people will feel comfortable talking with each other or discussing any ideas, or in case any task is provided, for example any particular project task is provided to them, in that case these organization or management will arrange it accordingly. But coming to a higher authority, for example, CEO of a company, in CEO room, you will not find two or three members is sitting in the same room. So individual room will be provided to them. So each and every uh, person who are in a higher authority, they will be provided with separate cabin, a big cabin with some decoration arranged around it. Why? Because they just need to increase the degree of intimacy. What do you mean by this term called degree of intimacy? That is a proper relationship with the organization and how they need to work on it. Okay, and whenever the concerned person enter into the higher authority room, they will feel that yes, the position which the organization is given to them, so they deserve it and we need to respect accordingly. So that comes up under like space and distance. Okay, even for executive level, still a higher authority, they each and every organization they will put a policies that this should be a hierarchy for down upward communication and downward communication, what kind of space they need to maintain, what kind of distance they need to maintain, everything will be, they cannot say verbally, but through non-verbal communication, like this is how they will make it, like they will be provided with a particular. Sorry guys about it. So sorry. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, like it will increase the degree of intimacy. Degree of intimacy means like when a person is entering into the room of a particular higher authority, so they themselves will know like why the particular arrangement has been provided to that higher authority with the given spaces around it. So this is how like they just want to show like what kind of hierarchy they are following. Okay, so next we have proximity. See, proximity is, um, how can I explain? Okay, it is all about the interaction with the people. See, for example, I'm having certain comfort zone. Okay, so in that comfort zone, how I need to enter it. Okay, like what is the comfort zone for each and every people. Okay, see, some people when we have interaction with the other people, what they usually think is like, okay, if it is like an extrovert person, when we talk to them, they can show with their facial expression or their gesture like they are comfortable with the way we talk. But there are some people who are introvert in nature. So, like when we try to talk with them, they will try to avoid it, okay, like not showing their eye contact, or they just move away from that. Okay, so they have their own space. Okay, that is each and every students, they have their own space, or they don't allow anyone to enter into their own space. So in case if anybody is trying to enter it, then they will show with their facial expression and also some of the body languages, so we can easily understand that this is their limit. Okay, then para language. Para language is also a kind of non-verbal communication, but there are certain way to express their view or transfer our view and deliver to a particular people, so that the other peoples will be able to accept it in a perfect way. See, for example, if we want a person not to do certain thing, when we communicating it in a harsh way or like that is with a high tone, so some people will accept it because of some fear, but some people will not encourage this kind of attitude like loud voice or like like high tone. So what they expect is whenever some people trying to talk something, the pitch, okay, the rhythm, the loudness, each and everything matters a lot. Okay, so if you talk in a monotone, nobody will like it. Okay, but what if that is increase your frequency or pitch your tone, and if you compose it in a better way, okay, and when you delivering the content, then the one who is listening, they will accept it from their end. So that comes under like para linguistic, which means the language you are paraphrasing it, okay, using your volume, your pitch, your frequency, your rate of speech, everything plays an important role, okay, so that the concerned person who are listening, they should understand or interpret it in a correct sense, like what exactly you want to deliver it. So as I said, like if your tone is monotone, then the concerned person may misinterpret it or they may not understand it. Okay, so that is also comes under paralinguistic. Then we have humor. So, what does mean by this term humor? Many people know this powerful tools because, like, humor is the only way that it will reduce your stress. It's a kind of stress buster. Okay, so this is the best way to explain the people about your content. Okay, see, some people, if you want to deliver some important content, but the opposite person really don't want to accept it. So the best way is your sense of humor. Okay, so when you try to teach them with this, that is, you are including this sense of humor. Okay, so you are creating an environment where the people's stress will get reduced. At the same time, the other people will try to accept it. They can easily understand. Okay, so see, even about Vadivedu comedy. Okay, so whatever he says or whatever he talks, it looks very humorous. Okay, but if you do a self analysis or if you do a detailed analysis about his content, you can say like yes, what exactly he wants to deliver, we need to implement it in our day-to-day life. Okay, so in one sentence he will say like whatever you need to do, you have to plan it and then do it. But he will mention it in a humorous way. Okay, but if you can analyze it and if you implement in your life, like whatever you're doing when you're when you get up in the morning, and if you try to plan it perfectly, then everything will go in a systematic way. So this is how the humors is, as I said, like one of the powerful tool where you can deliver the content in a perfect way. But not all the time, if you introduce humor as a non-verbal communication, not all the people will accept it. But as I said, there are some people who are introvert in nature. So these people, I mean, it will take some time to accept the concept, no matter if it is like humor or non-humorous way. Okay, there are some more are there. We are going to learn it in our next class. Okay, so any doubts in that? Okay, answer your attendance. E.K. Vishnu,
Present, ma'am.
Vasant, Vasant, Vasant absent.
Present, ma'am.
Vijay,
Vijay, present, ma'am.
Kumaresh,
Kumaresan, present, ma'am.
right? Saundarya,
Soundarya present, ma'am.
Pradyuman, Pradyuman, Hari Prasad A, Hari Prasad, Pooja Bishoyi,
Present, ma'am.
Ranjini,
Ranjini present, ma'am.
okay. Um, Benjamin,
Benjamin, present, ma'am.
just
Ma'am, Benjamin, present, ma'am.
no problem. Problem, just a minute, just a minute. Okay. Arun N. N
Present,
Arun.
ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Right. Vinith.
Present, ma'am.
Aarti.
Present, ma'am.
Ashish.
Present, ma'am.
Prasad S.
Present, ma'am.
Shri Vishnu.
Present, ma'am.
Pavitran.
Pavitran present, ma'am.
Alok.
Present, ma'am.
Syed Fazil.
Present, ma'am.
Uh, Bastina.
Aftina present, ma'am.
Vignesh.
Vignesh, present, ma'am.
Sumit.
Asmit, present, ma'am.
Sriram.
Present, ma'am.
Anjali. Absent. Vimal.
Vimal, present, ma'am.
Gari Monica.
Monica present, ma'am.
Shweta.
Shweta present, ma'am.
Avan Kumar. Kumar. Sasi Kumar.
Sachin, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Manisha.
Manisha present, ma'am.
Sai Tejas. Sai Tejas. Sai Tejas is absent. Just a minute. Okay. Sai Tejas is absent. Bharat Kumar.
Bharat Kumar, present, ma'am.
Anand Raghavan. Anand Raghavan. Anand. Win.
Sumit, present, ma'am.
Chengu. Chengu Kalyan.
Sanjay Kalyan, present, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Right.
Ma'am,
Sangeeta.
Sanjay Kalyan, present, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm done. Sangeeta. Sangeeta Kumari.
Sangeeta present, ma'am.
Krishna?
Karishma present, ma'am.
Ashwin?
Present, ma'am.
Ashwin, you're there?
Yes, madam. Ashwin present, ma'am.
What?
Ma'am,
Ashwin is absent, right?
ma'am present, ma'am.
Is there, ma'am?
Okay, just.
Ma'am,
Huh?
ma'am, Ashwin present, ma'am.
Shahid? Shahid? Varalakshmi? Sabrish?
Present, ma'am.
See, I want everyone to answer it. Do you want me to, do you want me to, just spell your name twice and thrice? See, this is not good, right? See, next time I want you to answer it whenever I call your name. Okay? In case after 2 times, if anyone is answering in the third time, I'm going to put absent and I'm very serious about it. Sabrish,
Sabri is present, ma'am.
Kritika,
Kritika present, ma'am.
Monica,
Maulika present, ma'am.
Gopinath.
Gopinath present, ma'am.
Okay. Palani Bhaskar,
Present, ma'am.
Sai Priyanka,
Sai Priyanka present, ma'am.
Vishnukant,
Vishnukant present, ma'am.
Deepan.
Ma'am, Vishnukant present, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Deepan,
Deepan present.
Praveen, RJ Praveen,
Praveen Kumar present, ma'am. Praveen Kumar present.
RJ Praveen is present.
Praveen Kumar present, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Present, ma'am.
Right. Then Princey,
Present, ma'am.
okay. Ruby,
Ruby present, ma'am.
no more proxy. Yogesh, Emro, Yogesh, Shrikant,
Ma'am, Srikant present, ma'am.
Arun,
Present, ma'am.
Kirti Vijaya,
Present, ma'am.
Raman,
Present, ma'am.
Harini, Harini,
Harini present, ma'am. Harini present, ma'am.
okay, Harini, Abish,
Present, ma'am.
Sharmila, Sharmila, Arshad, Arshad, absent. Jyotilakshmi,
Ma'am.
Karan,
Present, ma'am.
Rohit, Sujit, Ram Kumar,
Ram Kumar, present, ma'am.
John Brito,
John Butter, present, ma'am.
Okay, guys, thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.